Let me ask you something. You finished GTA. You saw the credits roll. You put the controller down, and then you moved on. But here's the thing. Nobody really thinks about after the story ends. What actually happened to these characters? Not in the story. After it. When the cameras stopped. When the missions were done. When nobody was watching anymore. Because Rockstar quietly left answers scattered across their games. In dialogue, in billboards, in websites most players never visited. And when you piece all of it together, the picture that forms is genuinely surprising. Let's go through every major GTA protagonist and find out what really happened to them. Claude, GTA 3. Claude is one of the most mysterious protagonists in the entire franchise. He never speaks, not once. You spend the whole game inside his head and you never actually know who he is. By the end of GTA 3, he's gotten his revenge. Catalina is dead. Maria is alive. And then, as they walk away together, a single gunshot rings out off screen. And Maria goes quiet. That one sound kept the GTA community arguing for years. Did Claude actually shoot her? Was it a warning? A threat? Rockstar being dark just for the sake of it? Here's the only official answer they ever gave. During a fan Q&A, someone directly asked if Claude was dead. Rockstar's response was, "He certainly isn't dead, but what else became of him, we don't know." That's it. That's all they gave us. Claude is alive somewhere out there, and Rockstar genuinely doesn't seem to know what he's doing with himself, which honestly feels very on brand for a man who never said a word his entire life. Tommy Vercetti, Vice City. By the end of Vice City, Tommy is untouchable. Sonny Forelli is dead. Lance Vance is dead. The entire city is his. He built an empire from nothing and crushed everyone who tried to take it from him. And then, nothing. He just disappears from the franchise entirely. Here's why. Rockstar originally planned to bring Tommy back in San Andreas as a returning character. The story was already being developed, and then things went sideways with Ray Liotta, Tommy's voice actor. Liotta allegedly became difficult during recording sessions, not fully understanding how big Vice City was going to become. When the game turned into one of the best-selling titles in history, he was reportedly upset about his pay. Dan Houser, one of Rockstar's founders, later said Liotta told him he should have charged more. And Houser's response, in his own words, was simple. "Well, there is no next time. We'll just kill your character off." Tommy's return got quietly scrapped. Just like that, but he wasn't completely forgotten. In San Andreas, Ken Rosenberg tries calling Tommy after leaving rehab. He gets put through to a secretary. Tommy won't take the call. Years of friendship. And Tommy just cut him off completely. No explanation. No goodbye. And on Kent Paul's website, an official in-universe site connected to Vice City lore. There's a post written from 2002 where Paul references Tommy by saying, "I didn't mention your name. Maybe you won't get us killed now." So by 2002, Tommy was still out there, still dangerous enough that people were scared to even say his name out loud. Whether he's still running Vice City or disappeared into the shadows, we don't know. But he was never taken out. That much is confirmed. CJ, San Andreas, CJ and San Andreas at the top. Casinos, business empire, Grove Street saved, Big Smoke dead, Tenpenny gone. He came home to a broken neighborhood and somehow turned everything around. The final cutscene shows Mad Dog heading out on a world tour. And based on everything CJ built around him, it's likely he went with it. Not as muscle, as a businessman, managing assets, running operations, staying out of the spotlight. Fast forward to GTA 5, and Grove Street tells a completely different story. The families are gone. Ballas own everything. The neighborhood CJ bled for is unrecognizable. But here's the thing. That doesn't mean CJ is dead. Franklin and Lamar have a conversation about the old Grove Street members where they say, and this is a direct quote from the game, could be dead, or probably living in some suburb somewhere driving SUVs, soccer moms and coaching Little League football. That's not a eulogy, that's someone who got out. And there's one more detail. In GTA 4, there's a billboard in Liberty City, man in luxury clothing, modeled, polished. The face matches CJ's. By 2008, the most famous Grove Street member in history might have become a public figure. A brand, a businessman, someone the city actually recognized. CJ survived. He just left the streets behind. And honestly, that's exactly what his whole story was building toward. Nico Bellic, GTA 4. Nico's story is the most tragic in the franchise. A man who came to America looking for the person who betrayed his unit during the war, who found that person and paid for it with everything that mattered to him. The canon ending, the one Rockstar designed as the real one, is the revenge ending. Darko is dead. Dimitri is dead. Roman survives. Kate doesn't. And Nico is left standing in a city he came to for a fresh start, with nothing left to run from and nothing left to run toward. After that, he disappeared. In GTA 5, Lester has a line during one of the crew conversations. He's going through names, people who could help with a job. And then he says, there was an Eastern European guy making moves in Liberty City, but he went quiet. That's Nico. Lester knew about him. The whole criminal world knew about him. And then one day, he just stopped. There's even a wanted poster for Nico inside an abandoned building in GTA 5. Still out there. Still on someone's list. And on Jimmy DeSanta's laptop, there's a Life Invader post. Roman wishing Nico a happy birthday. Roman is alive. The revenge ending is confirmed canon. And Nico, somewhere out there, is getting birthday messages from his cousin. He didn't die. He walked away completely. And given everything he went through, that might be the only ending that actually made sense for him. Victor Vance, Vice City Stories. Victor is one of the few GTA protagonists whose fate we know with complete certainty, and it's not a good one. By the end of Vice City Stories, Vic has built his own empire. He started with nothing, survived betrayal after betrayal, and clawed his way to the top of Vice City's underworld. He got everything he worked for. And then, GTA. Vice City starts. The opening scene, a drug deal at the docks. Tommy Vercetti shows up, and standing there, alongside Lance, is Victor Vance. The deal goes wrong immediately. It gets ambushed, and Victor is the first one down. The man who spent an entire game building something from scratch, fighting for his brother, trying to make something legitimate out of an illegitimate world, dies in the opening minutes of the next game, before the title card even appears. Rockstar gave him a whole game and then used him as a plot device to start someone else's story. That's a cold ending, but it's the one he got. Michael, Franklin, and Trevor, GTA 5. The canon ending of GTA 5 is option C, Death Wish. Franklin saves both of them. They take out Stretch, Steve Haynes, and Devin Weston, and all three walk away. This was confirmed through GTA Online, where Trevor appears in heist missions, clearly still alive, clearly still unhinged. Nothing changed about him whatsoever, which somehow feels right. Franklin's story continued the furthest. In the Contract DLC, he's running his own agency, working with celebrities, making real money. He mentions having kids and a girlfriend. Lamar still shows up to his house uninvited and causes problems. Some things never change. But Franklin, the kid from the Chamberlain Hills who just wanted something better, actually built it. Michael was the mystery for a long time. People debated for years whether he survived. Then the safe house in the hills DLC settled it. Michael is alive. He's a movie producer. He and Amanda are still together somehow. He's doing exactly what he always said he wanted to do. Be legitimate. Be in the film industry. Be someone. 3 characters who should never have made it out. All 3 alive. All 3 changed. All 3 still themselves in the ways that matter. Rockstar let them keep going. And in a franchise full of protagonists who disappear, get killed off, or just never get mentioned again. That feels like the closest thing to a happy ending this series has ever given anyone. These games have been out for years. The stories ended a long time ago. But the characters, they're still out there, living their lives somewhere in cities Rockstar built and quietly left, running after the credits rolled.